What is the use? Tell me, there's no more compassion. No. Come and find me under these layers, among these taxpayers. There's no satisfaction. No. I said, help me, help myself, forgive me, down from the shelf, help me, dislocate. How big is your love? Tell me, how high is your patience? What can I be saying? I wanna catch your wave. Now how big is your love? Tell me, how high is your patience? Can I be saying? I wanna catch the wave. Hold on, he will break in you and me. We will go. Yeah, have no fear, my dear. How big is your love? Tell me, how high is your patience? What can I be saying? I wanna catch the wave. How big is your love? Tell me, how high is your patience? What can I be saying? I wanna catch the wave. Now how big is your love? Tell me, how high is your patience? Can I be saying? I wanna catch the wave.
You're a heartbreaker, baby, but you cannot break my heart. I ain't turning and walking away just 'cause you picked a us apart. Right now it's not ideal, but no love is made of steel, and what we got is real. Ooh, over and over I hammer it home to you. Ooh, over's not over, why can't you believe it's true? All the years in the headlights pass by us one by one. I'll race down this highway until the past is done. Hold tight, my steady hand, I got another plan. Ooh, over and over I pour out my soul to you. Ooh, over's not over, why can't you believe it's true? I see where this highway ends, but I'll pave a new way for us again. I have heard you loud and clear, but I'm still standing right here. Ooh, over and over I pour out my soul to you. Ooh, over's not over, why can't you believe it's true? I see where this highway ends, but I'll pave a new way
Hello, good morning, and welcome to Mayday Roleplay. Have you come to hear a story? Well, you are in luck, because we have a new saga to tell. It shall be told with Soul Muppets Publishing's inevitable, an Arthurian western set in the city of myth. Sergio, why don't you tell us a little bit more about that?
I would love to. So, gang, Heroes of Doom marks a new era here at Mayday. This is our very first bi-weekly live actual play, officially sponsored by the brilliant folks over at Soul Muppet Publishing. Let's get a round of applause for everyone over at Soul Muppet crew. Thank you. They have been making some of the coolest TTRPGs out there, from the ragged edges of the Outlaw Galaxy to the dying city of myth. Soul Muppet games are atmospheric and unconventional. You got Inevitable, the doomed Arthurian Western that we will be playing live every other Saturday right here on YouTube and Twitch. Then there's Orbital Blues, the rock and roll space noir about a future no one wanted. And their latest, Mad as Hell, an anti-capitalist demon hunting RPG, recently funded on Kickstarter, but is still open for late pledges. We ran Orbital Blues here on Mayday a few years ago, so you know that our Soul Muppet love runs deep. We're still working out some details, but keep an eye out because contests and giveaways are on their way. Stick around and you might score your own copy of Inevitable. Maybe even some slick character stickers as well. Whether you're telling stories of epic myth, cosmic burnout, or righteous fury, Soul Muppet Publishing gives you the rules, the vibes, and the heartbreak to make it unforgettable. Explore their catalog at soulmuppet.co.uk or wherever you get your games. And just a quick reminder, if you want to enjoy this episode completely ad-free, that means you never hear me do an ad again. All you need to do is join our Patreon at patreon.com/MaydayRP, where every VOD we release, where I almost made it to the end, where every VOD we release, including this one, is available ad-free for our supporters. So thanks again to Soul Muppet, and now back to you, Eli.
Thank you. We are facing unprecedented times, and the world might be dimmer and hope feels scarce. The doom can be anything, and while we have to bear the weight, no, we will never do it alone. You, like our cadre, have people standing by, fighting for the communities that we love. And while we take part in exploring all kinds of worlds, let us remember that we never do those alone. But before we start our tale, let's get some prefaces out of the way. We'd like to thank our operator level handler Patreon contributors. Their involvement allows us here at Mayday to continue to produce and tell stories for your viewing pleasure. If you too would like to contribute to all that is Mayday, be sure to find us on Patreon. You'll get access to our wonderful Discord community, ad-free viewing of our streamable content, campaign diaries, on-server games, and campaigns, and so much more. So be sure to join us there, as little as $3 to participate in all the fun things that we have going on at Mayday. If this is your first time at Mayday, be sure to check out our extensive catalog of completed series and shows, like our Doom to Repeat series, which is ongoing its final season, as well as our Vegas by Night season 2 that just wrapped up in the spring. We have both VODs, which you can follow us here on YouTube or anywhere you get your podcast for audio-friendly recordings. And as always, follow us on all major social media platforms and our website to update or for updates on future content and other news. Inevitable is a game about tragedy and failure, and this actual play is intended for mature audiences. Be advised there may be violent themes, adult language, and the exploration of darker subjects. So please take care of yourself and be aware. Safety tools are as always used at our tables. X-Card can be employed at any time. Our cast today will be introduced as our narrative unfolds. And with that, let us begin our story. I wish I had a better song to sing. I wish I had a better tale to tell. But what comes next is nothing short of tragedy, for we have come to fulfill prophecy. This city of myth is doomed, destined to fall by the weight of its design, a table built on ash and ruin, seated by those who will see its end. Yet, I see you, all of you. Do you think knowing prophecy and participating in this story will change what I have deemed so? Do you think that you can defy the absolute? If you do, we have work to do. And we cannot fail so long as we have arms to bear. For what is a hero except one seated at the table of destiny, refusing to consume their spoils, hoping there will be another way to satisfy this doom? wish I had a better song to sing, better tales to tell. This city will fall. It's inevitable. Welcome to Myth, in the year 3 of our King Rubain, and the summer is hot, and the sun rises in the east, and it coats this city from its highest point of the Castle of Myth all the way to its lowest parts in the Blue District. And with that rise comes the routine. People leaving their homes, flooding the streets, ebbing and flowing, business to be had, stories to be told, and all in between. Doom is on the horizon, and yet you will find a place that is very content to continue as it is. But the day is ours, and we'll see how that changes. And as we meander through the walls of the city, through the people that walk amongst us and all their individual stories, we will find our story first with an errant. Amanda, please introduce and describe your character and what they are up to as the sun is on the rise.
Well, every day I rise and I polish my blade every morning and whisper, if I stand tall, the sky won't fall. They say that doom can't be bargained with, but I've never been one to walk away from a bad deal. And if the doom comes anyways, well, it's just gonna wait its turn. As I finish polishing, put the top of the uniform, the red hat, I get on with my day. What everybody would be seeing is a very kind of tall, almost 7 foot, like 6.5, 7 foot tall half orc with golden, yellowish hue. Kind of small tusks, if you will, like compared to the size, but a little refined. And unlike maybe some of the more traditional Errant knights with a tied back braid, you're going to see choppy, short hair, like almost like it was cut with a sword. And that's Rose.
As you leave your home, sword in hand, where does one go? Where does one start their day?
I'm walking through the district. I'm actually pulling out map heading to the blue district. Specifically, I'm looking for the smith that my younger brother Zeke actually works in. So as soon as I'm gonna pass pretty early in the morning to everyone on the way. But right when I see the kind of rotten wooden doors, I do a little gentle, like the gentlest of knocks, nothing. And then after a second, it is the pounding on the door, like, open up! Inspection time!
You head down to the Blue District, a tight-knit quarter of merchant, where the merchants go, marked by the many banners and tapestries that hang above the narrow streets to kind of light that. And while many artisans and forge masters would find themselves in the foundry in the mid-district, where most errants would probably find their wares, you head down in the Blue District to the Iron Horn Armory. There, your brother is an apprentice there, apprentice to a minotaur by the name of Gunther. And when you pound on this door recklessly, causing a scene so early in the morning that stirs the views of people in windows around, wondering what all this ruckus might be, the door flings open. And while you look in front of you and you see nobody there, you look down, and down you will see a very small dragon folk individual. Couldn't be more than 11 years old. Blue scaled. This young one is dressed with a little apron that is meant for being at the forge, and right behind him, the heat slowly trickles out into the street where you are from the forge that is inside this establishment. When you see that, you see this little dragon folk squint really hard at you. Why are you banging on this door so loud?
Well, I was trying to see if Zeke's available, but sorry about that. You're new.
You're looking for Zeke?
Yeah. Is Zeke? Is he up still?
This is Adrian. Adrian is another apprentice here in at Gunther's Forge, and he is Gunther's ward. So he handles a lot of the customer service, I guess, if you will. So he was at the counter when you so abruptly arrived. He just kind of turns his head around and he just yells out really loud, "Zeke! Someone's here for you." And then he climbs, just like walks right underneath the counter. The counter is so high for him that and he just doesn't clear it, so he just walks underneath, climbs up a stool, and goes back to what he was doing in the morning, getting ready for the customers of the day. It doesn't take long before the person who you are looking for finally arrives. They, like you, are an Orcus individual, while you do not, while not holding the same radiant tone that you do, more of stone and of earth. You will see your brother Zeke, dressed similar with apron and attire that is definitely worn and covered in soot and stuff like that, thick gloves on his hand. Only one kind of tooth sticking out compared to your double tooth situation, but looks almost night and day to you, just a little bit taller, half asleep.
Don't tell me you just sleeping all day till the sun come up. What's up? What's going on? What's going on?
Playing night so early in the morning. The crow hasn't even rolled. What do you want?
Well, come to check to see if you have any more of the weapons we've been working on. If I can just pick them up.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I've been working on it all the way through the night through. Thank you.
And hold on. As appreciation, Ro's gonna reach behind and I'm gonna produce like a little satchel. And in it, you can almost even see the steam coming off of it, of like, it's warm. I got some of them lemon buns you like. Guess what?
Yeah. He looks at it, watches it, like you can see his eyes moving with how you dangle it. He's like,
see, I'll provide, and as thank you. I threw an extra one in there.
oh, well.
Who's the best?
No, let's not go that far. It's hot, fresh lemon buns, but let's not go to your head. I know what happens when you just start letting that seep into your mind. No one's safe at that point.
First of all, that's just me being a good big sister. I'm just saying.
All right, come on. I can squeeze you in before Gunther has me getting into the rest of what I need to do today. So,
all right,
come on. All right. He'll lead you in the back. You'll see as well already at the forge where you can hear just the steady beat of hammer on steel. It's a very large minotaur, one horn broken, battle-scarred individual, but he is just crouched over that forge, hammering away, paying you no mind. And you guys kind of pass, moving deeper into the workshop, and go off to Zeke's station. He's going to grab the sword, I believe, and he's going to... You're like standing right behind him, and his back is to you, and you can't quite see what he's got in his hands, but eventually he'll just kind of, with certainty, turn himself around and present you this sword. All right, tell me what you think.
All right. So with this, I see that you put a little bit of extra patching here. I see your little markings, okay. And it's definitely on the darker tones that you're using. Okay. What do you think of the prickler for the name, for the sword? The prickler. Sir Pokes-a-Lot. Stabby McStabface.
Please stop. They get worse every single time you speak. Listen,
Come on, you got a name for it. You got to name it. What's the name?
I don't know. It just hasn't come to me yet.
If not, I'm going to call it the Needler.
Please don't call it the what?
The Needler, like a needle.
Listen, I don't know what you knights do, but I just can't imagine calling your sword the Needler is really going to earn you, I know you've done all these cool deeds and stuff, but like I can't imagine the Needler really selling those tales at the end of the story.
That's why every sword's got to have a distinctive name. And if you don't name it, I'm going to name it for you.
All right. Well, at least give me to the end of the day to be able to try to find something in my soul that matches a blade before you go and tarnish it before it's even struck.
Well, I'm not going to be able to drop it off until a little bit later, so you do have time. So, send a messenger bird. If not, it might be Sir Pokes-a-Lot. And then I'm going to tell everybody where they can get Sir Pokes-a-Lot. The great and mighty blacksmith, Zeke.
I'm really glad you're a swordsman, because you're definitely not a salesman. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't tarnish Gunther's business. I barely got the...
First of all, we all know that I would never harm Gunther. He's the only reason why, can be fed. So we owe Gunther more. Love you, Gunther.
Just hear a hammer down. No impedance to that cadence that Gunther's going. He's just all work, all the time.
What is it on me specifically? Everyone will see is actually a very unique sword that all of the swords will have like a little marking. We have a little Z on the one in front of us. The one that is on my side is almost basically think like a saber with a little Z on that. All metal with a blade that is almost crystal clear like glass ice, and the metal handle kind of giving off like a little bit of a frosty edge to it. Like almost like there's like frost flakes on the end of it, but it's, and I'm gonna be like, you'll see me rest my hand on it, kind of hold on to it, and kind of just nod approvingly at both, and just be like, but still, like, you are ready. You are getting better every time, Zeke. These are really gonna be great. So thank you. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Can I ask you something?
Of course.
I mean, last 3 years, you've been kind of running without a sword, and now all of a sudden, you asked me to make you something special, something night-worthy. Is it 'cause, and he, like, stops, gives you, like, a...
Look, I'm sorry for making you make all these swords. It's just... I lost my other one in that battle, and they just... Not everybody was happy that I lost that, and frankly, they just... I would rather just get another sword from someone I care about. Like, I know you will not let me down.
Oh, so this is about Amara.
This is not about Amara. Amara is doing what Amara does, and really kind of just... They're doing their own path. I'm making up for my shortcomings, and let's be for real, Amara's getting into politics, and no one's looking for people on the outside. So these weapons that, you know, like we're just upcycling, they're going to be used for good, like people who don't have the means to have good weaponry. So...
Right. Real upsell on that pitch, yeah.
Well, at least I'm not like playing You know what? It's too early.
No,
It's
if you
too
were running politics, we would be really running ourselves into the doom, wouldn't we?
Now that's just rude. All right, it's
I'm
like,
sorry,
listen.
I'm sorry. Oh,
You're not. This is why I'm good at what shut up. Shit. Shoot. Sorry. No. Sorry. There's a big. They got a big language thing. Over
yeah,
there.
he just like goes and shrugs his shoulders and just takes a big bite of that lemon bun that you got him. He kind of like spills it a little bit because like it just like pours out because it's so
Good.
hot.
Good. Smear it on there too. You deserve that.
Yeah.
Little priest thing.
Excellent.
Basically, yeah. So with the weapon that is given, I'm going to pack that, and depending on how mad Gunther is, I am going to just like kind of take a seat nearby Zeke and just, for as long as possible, take in as much time. Just hang with him till he kicks me out.
Spend as much time as you would like with your brother, as he has his bit of his breakfast, drinks his coffee, and give it a good 20 minutes or so, and he's going to have to start getting on to work. But you also have business ahead, so as you leave the Iron Horn and walk back out to the street, you'll see fluttering, a bird. Little sparrow, nothing great, but as it lands on your shoulder, because it does that little kind of double hop, you'll notice that it has a small scroll on its leg.
Oh, thank you kindly. And in the near the top of my hat, there's like a feather, but I kind of sometimes keep little things like trinkets nearby as gifts because it's like a customer. So it's like a little cap or something. Be like, I'm gonna put it in the claw of the bird and thank you very much, and take the. And I'm gonna
a little sparrow gives you like a little nod and just flits off into the into the air. But open the scroll, you will see a simple notice, one of the emblem of His Majesty, and a call to court.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was gonna be, I was like, Zeke's name, but it wasn't. I see that, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna roll that up, and I'm actually gonna hop to a little bit faster. I didn't take my horse because I was just walking, but I'm gonna take my package, and I'm actually gonna like kind of just hoof it a little bit, even probably sweat as I rush back as fast as possible.
You rise from the Blue District, through the Mid District, past the Foundry and Amberbark, where the Mystic Order is housed, and as well as the halls of the Errant Knights. You move all the way to its epicenter, to its center, this castle that just sits high and looms over the city. You'll walk past courtyards that are held statues, all of knights of the past, knights that you would probably recognize who raised their arms and swords at the Battle of the Violet Field, all lining the outer courtyard here, looking just as this castle to the city below it. But you push past that into the walls of the castle, through the many hallways until you arrive at the hall that usually presides court. And when you open those doors and you can hear the sound of those doors creak, you are met with silence. you're expecting members of court, nobles, and the king, knights who are within the king's council, things of that, as you walk through, but you're met with no one. And as your feet echo across the halls here, the only sound it makes as you move down this aisleway, maybe looking around, trying to assess what is really going on here. Eventually, someone will slowly make themselves known. She is Queen Isildur.
I
she
immediately
moves
drop
with-
down to my knee, just so you know. Yep.
She moves quietly, standing right in front of the throne her son, Rubain, sits upon. Rubain is not here, neither is any other individual, but she stands there quietly, with her head held high, giving the moments of pleasantry to pass before, if you were to look up to her, she just simply gives a notion for you to rise.
I'm gonna stand at attention, arms behind back, tight, and look forward.
So Rose, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. I have heard many good things about you. I appreciate your haste to answer the calls to court.
Well, the fact you know of me a little bit, that in itself is an honor, and I'm happy to do what is called.
Of course. Are you not the Errant who rode off to the western bank to destroy Strongpaw before he had any opportunity to make way to the battle at the fields?
Rose is subconsciously gonna actually unfold one of her arms from the back and actually tap the gun that is at her side, which is called Clarity 12th, or the Bed of Thrones. And that is strong pause. And be like, yes, ma'am, that was me.
Good. Then you are the one that I am seeking. Tell me, do you maintain your oaths as given to the Errant Order?
Every single one, to last to my dying breath.
Are you willing to part with a secret and a task sent by your king?
Absolutely. In all my honor.
She takes that in with a slight nod. The cannibal saint is on the move.
Go on.
We have heard word that he has resurfaced since these past 3 years. And it has finally made its way to, those words finally have made its way to myth. And we must act upon that notion. And to which we are seeking aid within our walls. Help from people like you.
Swore that I promise. I swore upon the king that wretch would never step foot in myth. Unfortunately, I can't say that I was able to fulfill that part of my oath, but I will do everything I can to make sure that his brother does never step foot in this place again.
She nods to that. We have much time before we have to worry about one bearing on our doorstep. But it does not mean we do not have the time to make sure that that is not certain, which is why I call upon you. I need you to form cadre, and I need you to complete a task for me. She's going to pull a letter from her persons. This letter is sealed by with the seal of the crown on it. I need you to go to the town of Sonder in the south.
Yes.
There you will find Aster Gaios, who lords over that town. Aster is an ally, or supposed ally, to our kingdom. He has been given a task these 3 years, but in the last 6 months has failed to return calls to the crown. I need you to take this letter to Aster. I need you to have him return a seal of his mark on this letter, that he is falling in line with the crown's request, and that he will provide what he was given station to do. And we will ride with haste as soon as possible to Sonder to do so.
I absolutely. I will extend out and my hand for the letter. And when she places it, I will go ahead and put it under under my armor in a little pocket I have right above my heart to be like, okay, it's protected. When it comes to Mr. Gyros, Aster, if he is not doing what he is obligated to do, is there any specific is there a specific way you would like me to handle it?
We cannot afford violence to be the resolve of our answer in these troubling times.
Agree.
Further you leave the city, the more fray the lines are. Simply, if Aster refuses to give his seal, return here with the letter unmarked. We will know, and we will dispatch accordingly. But I would try your best to appeal to Aster. Do your best to get an absolute from him. We do need what he was given to do these last 3 years.
I'll be sure. I'll make sure that this is carried out the way you wished, and I will half bow.
So, Rose, do not tell your cadre about the Cannibal Saint. Simply have them come and accompany you to Sonder and back. Follow these rules. Return the letter, answered or not, and you will have a bigger part to play in what will come.
Yes, ma'am. And I'm going to stand at attention until she gives me the signal to be dismissed so I can get on with it.
She will eventually nod for your dismissal. You are able to get up and make your way.
Then I'm going to quickly, gonna 180 really fast, and I'm going to head to my dwellings, and I'm going to go ahead and just put together a quick little pack. Just like an overnight bag, something for a couple days, especially for water. And before, not only that, I am going to stop by the powder to make sure that I do have some ammo, but I just want to get some extra iron powder because it's how my weapon works is it requires 2 ingredients. Iron powder is one of them. So just going to pick up an extra couple from that, and then I'm going to grab Last Hope.
Beautiful. you can make your prep, and then as soon as you leave with all of your gear acquired, you have some people to find, a cadre to form.
I do.
Those who will ride with you to that of Sonder. And what better to start for an errant knight than a mystic? And as you walk through the streets, perhaps looking for where you might find such a mystic, Ashwyn, Sergio, please introduce and describe your character and where you are in this very moment as your story begins on this day.
So Rose eventually finds themselves at the Mystic Order, the building where the Mystic Order holds their meetings, many of which can be public. And as Sir Rose files themselves in along with everyone else, there seems to be a tension in the air, an unusual kind of heated debate or something is going on. And inside this very almost religious-like hall, there is the Mystic Order of wizards sitting high above everyone else, and in the center, with a single shaft of light kind of illuminating them, is a young boy, maybe 19 at the oldest, 20 if you're being fair. He has this soft red hair that is in a bowl cut, freckles kind of speckled across his face. And whereas most young men are smiling and chasing girls or chasing their dreams, this one seems to have a kind of permanent scowl on their face as they address the council. And their words are a little off-putting, to say the least. Sir Rose catches in the middle them saying, as they address the council, "I should not be standing before you. I should be back in the royal archives, studying wards and runes and practicing for my exams. Yet here I am. Because you, the Mystic Order, come to us, your apprentices, the youngest amongst you, looking for hope." And he stares each one of them in the eye when he says, "How dare you? You have stolen my future from me with your inaction. With every empty portent and obsessive scouring for new worlds, you sap the spirit from this one. And still, I am one of the lucky ones. Out beyond your towers, beyond myth, the people suffer. Forests are withering, rivers boil, and peoples vanish as if unmade. We stand now at the edge of prophecy, the final dimming. And not one of you can present a solution or path forward. I suspect many of you are quite satisfied with the prophecy given at the coronation. If I can only reach you in your apathy, then I implore you, what difference does it make to throw a few coin behind my mustering of a cadre to travel to Cartographer's Mount? There, I may be able to find an answer and take action. What say you?" And he stands waiting for an answer from them.
Your words echo through these halls here, and they bounce off because not only are you addressing the council, you're addressing many of the Mystic Order. A wash of faces are behind you as you stand before the council. And the council is made of many, from some of our oldest members, like the Singer of Steel, who gives a much narrowed and yet determined stare at you as they heed your words, all the way to the youngest of those amongst the council, the anarchists, a young one who has spent a quality amount of time in your upbringing as a mystic in myth, to teach those who teach young and the adolescents to be thriving mystics for their future. And of course, the one who is ever missing, the stargazer whose seat lays vacant as you ring these words out. And once you finally say your piece and the words eventually diffuse in to silence, the singer of steel will be the one who addresses you after. Ashwyn, you have come to this council time and time again, making this request, and as time has continued, it has not unwavered our decision on the quest to go to the Cartographer's Mount. While we sympathize and
That was perfect. I was like,
All right, you're back, Eli.
while we sympathize, acknowledge your passion and your observation, allowing a mission at this time to satisfy a hunch does not aid us with what we need to do now. We are focusing on what we can do for the city here versus expending our resources outward. We suggest, as we have suggested before, to spend your time in the archives seeking better solutions for the many problems we are facing here in the city, ones that you have been tasked for as a member of this order. Unless you can tell us that you have made progress on the current tasks you've been given in your research within the city.
Almost like a child that has been denied what they want. He just kind of looks down. I have not.
Then I think you need to put those passions to better work. Kindle flame for the things that we seek of you. Allow you to rise to a better understanding. And if we see a path for the Cartographer's Mouth, we will consider you being a part of that. But in this time, the Mystic Order will not grant you permission to form cadre.
He straightens up and looks each one of them in the eye once before saying, "The eyes of every living soul are upon you now. And if you choose to stand in our way, then I say this: we will not forget, and we will not allow you to escape this reckoning, because the doom is coming, and so are we." And I turn around and walk out.
Your exit is met with the whispers and the murmurs of those who dare judge this situation, those who may side with that of the council, and the many whispers who side with you. You are not alone. There are many a young mystic who share your sentiment, and it is growing clear that a divide is on the rise. But with that, the council dismisses the entirety of this meeting, and folks begin to pick themselves up and start to head out. And as you are still storming off, eventually someone is trailing behind you.
Ashwyn?
I stop at the sound of my name, turn to look, kind of startled almost, as if they are someone that I should be, whereas I was extremely defiant of the council, this person I'm almost embarrassed to be in the presence of, and I say, "Sir Rose."
Do you mind if we have like a quick little walk? Really quick?
If you don't mind it, I walk fast, and I start to walk quickly.
I'll try to keep. I'll keep. I'll keep up. You're not the only one who, I won't deny, that feels similar to the situation you are feeling right now.
Feeling
But
and doing are two different things.
that is true. So how would you like to be doing something, actually? I have been given permission to form a cadre.
I kind of stop in my tracks and look at them.
I have been given a mission from Her Majesty, and I have been given permission to form a cadre.
To do what?
Right now, just simply delivering a message, a very important message. And our job is to get that information and bring it back.
Sir Knight, I apologize for the interruption, but I don't have time to be delivering letters. As you can see, I am trying to save myth.
I understand, and that's exactly where I think our objectives align. Where I plan to go, there's a possibility I'm going to need someone more than just steel. I need someone with a little bit of magic. And regardless of our history or whatnot, you are very, very good for someone so young. You help me, and I'll help you form your cadre for your thing.
He looks you up and down and almost sheepishly says, "You flatter me, Sir Knight, but you sure you don't get along better with a mystic that hasn't, well, scarred you?"
I need someone who has the same passion for the survival of myth as I do. That, I'm not gonna lie, that it is what it is, what happened before. But you can't fake passion, you can't fake determination, and I can't say that every mystic is as determined as you. That's why I came to you.
I admit, your offer sounds very nice, but we will need others besides you and I.
I have that in mind. But I do want to be clear about one thing. Look, you're young. I'm still. I'm not that much older than you, and where I think I just want to clarify earlier, like with Rose, she is definitely like in her late 20s and all that stuff. So she's still youthful. Sometimes the importance of getting things done is just more important than one's pride and ego.
I can assure you that ego and pride has nothing to do with my actions, but if you can promise me that this cadre you form will head to the cartographer's mount as soon as possible, then I
don't
consider
see
me
why
part
we
of it.
can't. I don't see why we can't just stop by and just take a look, especially if it's en route, which I have no problem with you creating a path, if you will.
Where exactly are we heading?
We are heading to Sounder. We're there to, and I'm going to go ahead and give him Sounder, Ashwyn, Gyros, the little description of the area. How we get there, I would just like to get there as quick as possible, and I don't see why we can't just come up with a navigation or a travel thing.
For your knowledge,
Yes.
Ashwyn, Saunders heading south, which is nowhere near the cartographer's mount. But that's okay. Maybe you have to give a little to get a little.
It's a very long way around, but you're the closest I've had to an opportunity yet, so I will accept.
I'm going to extend my hand out to shake. I'm like, you help me, I will help you.
I'll lift my poncho and reach out and grab their hand, their much larger hand.
If you're going to grab, how strong are you going?
I give a polite squeeze.
Okay. I'm going to squeeze back. You might notice a little, not as strong as a grip on the right hand, like a gentle one, but it's more of like, and I'll put it away real quick, but good. Glad to hear that.
I see the lack of strength and I pull back almost embarrassed and then say, well, who else do you have on your list?
I have two others. One, do you know someone? Oh, yes.
When you say that, when Rose is about to mention the name of the person to you, Ashwyn, you nod, and as that word comes out, it is but one word, Cloudburst. And as we move away from the halls of the Mystic Order, in which council was just broken, we find our way back to the Blue District. As the sun, as morning fades into the afternoon, and the heat of summer is well felt. But Cloudburst, please introduce, Zach, please introduce and describe your character and what Cloudburst is up to as their day continues on, just like everyone else's.
Cloudburst starts their day the same as always, which is staring maybe too hard in the mirror. Already exhausted, at least just mentally so. They have their hands like over their little like water basin, and they look into the mirror. You can see their like elven features. They have this like inherent shimmer to parts of their face. There's now less salt than there was before, but there's still quite a bit. Pretty statuesque, enough like bulkiness to tell that they have not been in active duty for a very long time. They're quite comfortable. They have a shirt that billows in the middle with suspenders and some sort of expensive fabric draped around their shoulder at all times. They take a deep breath and push past the like swinging doors into the front of a perfume and goods store. I'll say half of it is tiny little glass bottles, different colors and shimmers and sizes, and the other half is never two of the same thing. There's little like tchotchkes, there's clothing, jackets, bags, toys, just any individual one-off thing that they could honestly get their hands on is on the other half of the store. And they burst through the doors and just kind of start regarding anyone waiting in there, talking to them about any interesting things. They pull something from the shelf and go, well, this actually, I mean, obviously it's a little like bucking bronco toy, and they wind a little turner, and then you see the toy just sort of start bucking. And this is great. This is for the whole family, but it's particularly interesting because the maker that made it, Zumwalt, 1, never makes toys. 2, left-handed. So when you sort of get into the groove of it, it's better if you use your left hand and the whole instrument, and they just go into it. It's
Well,
this for a while.
That's actually perfect because my son is left-handed, and you can be surprised how hard it is to find toys like that.
Yes.
Honestly, I think I'll take it. It would be a lovely birthday present, and I think we can. It would. Do you guys gift wrap?
Follow me and to a corner of the store. It's ridiculous. Everything about them is ridiculous. We could gift wrap it in leather if you wanted to, but only if you really, and they get very close. I'm going to hold your hand. If you really love it,
I do love it, but I think for a 7-year-old's birthday party, just simple wrapping would be fine.
Oh, simple. Okay, so silk. Silk.
Colored paper?
Oh, okay. They go under the table and pull out a box and proceed to wrap their present.
You wrap that present. The woman is ever grateful, immediately heads out the door with just a simple thanks. I think by then, once you've gone through all of the... once you go through all of the... you go through... all of that, and as they leave, you'll see that your uncle has kind of slinked their way into the front counter where all of the perfuming is going. Just kind of have head in hand. He kind of gives that little like wiggle finger goodbye as that lady leaves, but like as they leave, like you just watch your eye just roll all the way to you. Were you gonna wrap a Bronco toy in silk?
Yes, there's a lot of little breakable bits, and the paint can actually chip if you wrap it in something pedestrian like cotton. The weave, it's got to go inward. So it's a protection thing.
All right. I'll trust your expertise.
I mean, we have a reputation, don't we? Fancy.
Fancy, yes, but the price of silk though these days. That's
why I've been snatching the price tags off of everything. You got to just include that in the number.
That's smart. Yeah, I had a lady come by the other day. They were wanting me to use leather for like a crop top like jacket that barely did anything. Like think assless chaps, but like for the upper body than for the legs. Yeah.
Interesting. And it was just gonna sit on the skin, like the
Just
raw
on the
oils
skin,
of the skin.
Raw skin. Yeah. I don't know what people think these days.
Doesn't make any sense. I mean, unless you're cosplaying as some sort of beast of burden, there's no need to really just have raw leather on your skin like that.
I thought there were there might have been some costumer up from the Luminary. You remember the theater up top? We used to have that contract. Kind of waned out over the last years.
Yes.
But alas, this was just somebody who was just thinking that's how summer wear goes.
Odd. All right. Well, point them out to me next time they come back here, and I don't know. My heart is called police, but maybe we'll figure something else out.
I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna come back. I don't think we would want them back.
The problem will solve itself.
So how's the rest of your day treating you? You just working the shop and doing anything tonight?
Not that I have in the schedule. Is there a move to make tonight?
I was gonna cook.
Oh, go. Hell yeah. Well, here's the thing. Maybe I'll help with that a little. Just a little. Maybe just prep. Yeah. I love your cooking. Don't get me wrong. You've been cooking for me for 30, 40 years now. It's just maybe time for salt.
My stew does not require any lick of salt. The salt comes from the meat.
I think they genuinely have to catch their breath on the counter. Oh, there's so many salts. You should just let me take you shopping once. I could get you so many salts. They come in different colors, even from different places.
You don't need any of that fancy different color salts. What are you talking about?
You're not seeing the vision. You're not seeing the vision. Once you surround yourself with enough beautiful little things, everything reflects off of itself, and it's so bright you can't see the bad stuff. Right? So it's not just the little salts. It's 6 little salts and 20 little plates and 15 little napkins on the right table.
While you're saying this, having a very deep discussion about your salts and your plates, you're gonna hear the door open and folks file in. You're gonna see your uncle kind of like peek over your shoulder to see who entered in, and if you were to turn around to follow his gaze, you'll see first and foremost Rose, followed by Ashwyn.
Well, hello and welcome to the Amoka. How can I help you, Sir Rose?
Cloudburst, can do you have 5 minutes for a conversation real quick?
Is it a
Ashwyn-
conversation I gotta walk out on?
You know what? I'm gonna take out a piece of like a silver coin, and I'm gonna just like pick it over. There's if you would just like to get like, you want to take a little break, for coffee, something to drink, 8 on me.
Shit, you hear that, nephew? The Errant is sending me away. Takes that nickel, walks out, slams the door behind him.
Ashwyn is walking around the store, his eyes closed, and he walks up to the perfumes and sniffs them and has a slight smile on his face.
Is something interest you there?
It smells wonderful in here, that's all.
Oh.
Hello,
Cloudburst.
Cloudburst.
This is Ashwyn, Cloudburst, Ashwyn.
We know each other.
Oh, I just
Yeah.
I didn't want to be rude or presumptuous. I apologize.
Yeah, we've done business in the past. Yeah, you dismissed my uncle. Is everything okay?
Well, I think so, but I was given a task today. I was given an order from Her Majesty. There's a mission I must go on. I'm going to pretend that deep breath wasn't towards that, but listen, I have to deliver a very important message to Sunder in the south, and I need some backup and support.
Okay. I have several questions, but the top 3 are:
Yes.
Are you asking for help or help? Because then I need to change.
I'm asking for help.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Okay.
As
Okay.
as you guys are saying that, Ashwyn, there's like a little model with like a sharp point on it, and his youthful curiosity gets the better of him, and when he pokes it with his finger, it hurts more than he expected, and that weapon you're holding, Cloudburst, vibrates.
Don't touch that.
I'm sorry.
Ashwyn, what are you doing? Oh, you bleeding?
Like, slap it down like a bop it, and just like, don't touch that. Why is that even on the shelf? I'm gonna put that away. Okay.
Do you need a bandage? I got other, and you're gonna see me pull out another handkerchief. Do you need something?
I'm okay.
Alright.
I apologize, Cloudburst. I forgot about our connection.
That's okay. That's okay. It's been a while. It's not really the forefront of the brain. I kind of forgot about it too.
Interesting.
What is this mission? I didn't think you were, forgive my towardness, but I didn't think that you were still doing things like this.
That's a little bit of my doing. Ashwyn was very kind enough to help me, and in exchange, I'm willing to help him.
It seems Sir Knight has an important mission from the Queen, that he thought it fit that the two of us be involved.
That
And
offer
what do we get?
extends. That extends me helping him, and that extends to you. I can help you.
Well, I could always use some help making some stuff disappear.
What kind of
Stuff.
things does...
Not people. Not people.
Okay. Just had to
Never
be clear.
people.
Okay. Stuff. And what kind of stuff we're talking about? We're not talking like we're stealing from like people. Like, what are we talking about?
No.
You know what? It's best that I don't ask any more questions. How's that?
Yes.
I can help you as long as it doesn't, you know what I stand on, and you know what I took an oath on. As long
Yes.
as, and you know where we stand,
Yes.
I will. I'm gonna give you something even else. The package from earlier, the sword. I'm going to whip that out, unravel.
Is that an original Zumwalt sword?
That is
A new one?
It is a new one.
Hmm.
Not
Hmm.
named right now, but I'm going.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And this is for you?
No, this is for those who can't afford actual quality metal.
We're gonna give this sword away.
Yes.
So, Rose,
Those
you're
are
not
me.
doing a very good job of convincing this thief to do what you want.
They're not. They're not a thief. They are not a thief. They're not a thief, Ashwyn.
Pardon me,
Sure.
their cheeks turn red, realizing that they completely spoke out of turn. And I'm sorry,
It's okay.
correct.
It's okay.
They have skills and other. Listen, we've actually known each other for a little bit, like you did.
Look, I know that both of you are good people. I'm down to come help. I just think I've got a couple pointers. I got pointers, and we'll talk about them on the way. How about that?
It's fair. All right.
And you help me disappear some stuff.
Yeah. You know what? I will help you with some stuff.
Disappear some stuff.
I will. If you need some of them. Okay, hold on. If it is a wretched creature or one of them cannibal demons from the pits of hell, I can help you disappear them all damn day. Pardon my French, that was inappropriate.
No, that's
But you-
perfect. I love your French. It's ambiguous enough for me to
I
make that
love
work.
it. Okay.
So that's great. Let's do it. Let's do it now. Actually, not now. I need to make sure. My uncle, you sent him to go get coffee. That could mean anything. He likes
Right.
to walk. So I'm going to go make sure that that's all right. And then I'll come with you. How about that?
Do you mind if I pick up some of your lavender and scents a little bit?
For you or someone else?
Oh no, for me. It's for some healing balm. I just don't want
Okay.
the smell. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. They just start picking things off of the shelf and go under the same cabinet where the birthday wrapping paper was. Go bag is already ready to go. It is the equivalent of a Louis Vuitton bag. And
All them
they
silks.
head towards...
You're not worried about them silks getting ruined?
No, it's just for the gift. After that, would you be like burn it, basically? Turn it into something else, maybe?
Oh God.
It's just for the moment, for the show. They're saying this as they walk out.
Ashwyn, it's for the show. Did you not know? Just walk off.
Ashwyn is dangling a finger back and forth at the vials of perfume, and inside the liquid is kind of shaking along with the finger, and then oh yes, and he goes along.
All right.
All right.
There is
Already
one last stop we gotta go to.
one less stop to go. Already 2 bargains on the docket, Rose.
Hey,
That's okay.
they're not that bad. I was expecting
Not
worse.
that-
Pretty good.
pretty good. But we do have one more person on the list. One more person that you were waiting on as you look at it as it crosses your mind. As you guys leave the blue district and we find ourselves to more sophisticated heights. Afternoon comes with afternoon tea in a courtyard in a nobleman's house. There you'll hear the soft sounds of violins, opulence in the form of cakes and other types of dessert teas, and folks dressed lavishly on this beautiful summer day. But amongst all of that crowd, maybe amongst folks telling their little tale, we find you. Caleb, please introduce and describe Cecil. How are you doing at this party?
Or opal quality. He has an embroidered hyacinth along the lapel of his vest. He is just starting to show the first sign of silver in his brunette curls, and he's terrified by that, but doesn't seem to tell anyone about it. He is in the middle of a story in that central garden in amongst beautiful greenery, and he is in the fervor of it, where the audience itself is responding accordingly, and there's this raucous bout of laughter as he excuses himself to use the facilities, and he climbs back into the manor, into the washroom, and finds himself gripping the sink of the mirror and staring into it. There's a bead of sweat rolling down his face, and he is snapping his fingers violently. Oh, damn. She went out to the balcony. She falls. What in God's name happens in between? I know for a fact that there was a lover. The lover barrel-chested with hair up to God knows what. Fuck. I have never lost a story like this in my life. There has to be something. And he goes into his pack to the side and pulls out a notebook that is, at this point, manic. Years past, even the individuals who already know him would know that it used to be extremely neat, almost obsessively so. But since it has been racked in with page after page of misshapen scrawlings as he's porting himself through each new vellum page of the manic doctor scrawl of his charcoal script dots every page. And he's flipping through the lover I know. Was he your cousin? It was something untoward that I know for the life of me I wasn't supposed to say, and I wrote it anyway. It was something. God knows it was something. Cecil, Odera, if you don't wreck your fucking brain and find a solution, we're never getting out of this one.
Perhaps it was a brother.
Maybe a brother. I saw the sky when it turned to bone. I saw the king who died alone. I saw the bloom where... No, it wasn't no fucking brother. God. Okay, it's all right. We'll wing it. And he smooths back his hair, and he dots off that sweat, and he shakes the shake out of his hand. He smooths that notebook back into its satchel on the side, and he kicks with the boot of his spurred heels in the door and walks back out to the garden. And he says, well, now you'll never guess that barrel-chested, hair-up-to-nowhere, big old giant of a man running out to her on the balcony was nothing other than her cousin. So untoward, you would have never believed it. And God, in his fervor of love-making, he accidentally tumbled her over the balcony and plumb fell her on her ass. That's the story, folks.
They're met with the oohs, the ahs, the slow and gentle claps as folks take in that last bit of your story, eating every bit of it, as if you were not spending time in a mirror trying to find just the right words to this story. And as people start to part away from you, you meet the host of this little soiree. He's a portly man. Dressed with robes that are definitely filled in well. Graying, but much more, time has not been as forgiving as it has been to you. You know this person as Hector Heavensby. He's not only a socialite, but an avid historian here in the city, and loves to put on these little soirees, not only to allow the entertainment of Taleweavers, but also for him, considering himself a Taleweaver in his own right, loves to hear himself talk and uses these parties to entertain his gab. But he walks up to you and takes your hand, a very swollen and meaty one that shakes it, and he says, always, always, always an honor to have you spin and weave your tales here. Odera, a pleasure.
Well, Hector, I just wanted to make sure that you could say you had no Odera telling stories in this manner every year you've held it, and it has been a pleasure. That's an old one. I can't believe you requested it. I mean, I must have wrote that when I was nothing more than a button flower, 21 maybe. I've sort of moved on from the old ludities.
I am a man of the classics, and I was feeling a little bit nostalgic, and so I felt that was kind of the right one to just nestle in for a little Santi summer romance.
Sure. Whatever gets the old bastard going is what my father used to say.
Exactly, and wise words ever still.
Hector, I believe we made a little gentleman's agreement, you and I, that I would tell you an old favorite, a classic, as you've said, although many others would call me a heathen for even writing that ilk to page, and you would, in turn, tell me a little something. I think it's about time we got to that. Before I allow you to stall any longer, listen, I know plenty about Carcass. Let's take a walk. And he moseys them down the garden away from the party so that they're hidden behind these sort of tall hedges and this large marble statue of Malavan. And Cecil backs himself so that he crosses one leg over the other and leans onto the knee of a mounted, very proud reflection of the former king. Carcass, I understand a lot about it. I understand it's not under our purview, even though we'll write it down on paper. I know for a fact that salt mines have all but exposed themselves to the floor of the world here, and it sits inside a corpse. But there are things I've never understood about it. Never having the privilege to walk out that way myself. I'm a city boy, you know this, Hector, and so I've made my way. I wanted to ask you a question and see if you could go about answering.
As you kind of like say all that, Hector is reaching into pocket, eventually gets a cigar. You watch him like clip the end of it and spark it as you just continue to state your case here. Yes,
I think Cecil
yes.
definitely fits into his vest, and he pulls out this very elaborate lighter that looks to be this beautiful like mermaid woman, and the tail of the mermaid flips open and sparks this beautiful blue flame, and he fits it underneath the cigar and flicks it back in and fits it back into his vest.
He'll take a couple of puffs and he's like, good man, as he just blows a nice heavy stream of smoke out. Oh, what was that again? What questions you said you had?
Carcass, it's got a reputation, of course, and how much can you believe when it's really barely even a colony of ours? Interesting people coming out of there. You ever run into interesting people out in Carcass? And it's very clear he's trying to dance around the idea and just open the door to what Hector's face changes at the mention of this. Anyone that might be a soothsayer, a speaker to wisdom, to future, to prophecy.
You're talking about the bird. There's only one thing worth out there in Carcass, and it's not the salt, it's not the rust. It's the one that nestles in the lighthouse, right?
Sure. You know of them?
Of them? Well, I was there 3 years ago when they arrived here on the doors of myth. But
Right.
yes, I've heard many a tales of that bird, many a stories. This is not their first prophecy.
Before or after? You know them in both directions.
Well, the oracle after the mentioning of myth has since been absent.
That's what I'm
I hear.
after. I want to know where they went next.
Well, if they're not nestled in Carcass, in their lighthouse, could be a couple of places. I've heard them before. They have been known to wander the barren waste, to speak their words and their prophecies. They're the ones who herald in the doom in other corners. You could also try the mountain range. One hears birds flock northward
Right.
in the summer.
Their prophecies prior to. They have a habit of coming true. I know this man down a few tiers at the edge of the city. He swears by knowing exactly what card I'm going to pull in the last round, a 5-card Monty, every single time, and I think he's right maybe 30% of the time. I'm wondering what the hit rate is on her. Them.
Oracles are not just your standard street charlatan who prides themselves in predictability. To be an oracle is something old and ancient, something far beyond mainly our histories. There are rumors that there was a time in this world where there was but a third moon to that of Ezra and Constance.
Yeah.
Something old, something ancient. Rumor has it that that third moon is where the magic of prophecy came from. And that moon still persists so long as there are prophets who can see it in the sky. While the Oracle of Carcass has said many things, the magic that oracles possess is an absolute. It's a magic that can't be broken. If the words are spoken,
Well, I think that's worth a penny book of skin flicks. Thank you for letting me ply my trade for yours. Hector, I do appreciate what you've given me here today, and I don't underestimate what it is.
oh well, if anything, I am but a man of my word, the tit and for the tat. Besides, I do want you back at my summer festivities next year, so I am already planning it, as you expect.
Well, there's a funny thing about plans, Hector. Sometimes they don't come to pass. I hope you got a good plan B, though.
Wow.
I don't foresee a lot of garden parties in anybody's future, let alone mine. I think, I don't mean to cast undue judgment, but I think I'm getting out of the game, Hector.
Cecil, Odera putting up their quill? No songs to sing beyond that? That is a rumor.
I don't know if it's about giving up writing as much as it's changing genre.
Poetry?
Oh, it'll sound like it. Thank you, Hector. You have always been good to the Oderas, and I promise you that if there's a day in the future that there is a garden party, I will at least give you an RSVP. And I think Cecil starts to kick boots, and that singing chord of the spurs at his boots begin playing these beautiful harmonizing notes with each step back to the main garden as Cecil is trying to make the nicest Irish exit that he can now that he's gotten everything he needs.
You step away from this lavish party until it tapers out until it's just the sound of your footsteps and the coming of the sounds of the city here as you find yourself somewhere, anywhere else but here. Perhaps a drink?
Yeah, I think that Cecil makes his way to his old haunt, the place where he's most nights, most days, most mornings, every second of every day. He goes to the Vice Room. He goes into the VIP section in the back, big, beautiful red velvet and nice maple wood against the back. And he sits into that back booth and starts a poker game.
Excellent. Once you walk in there, the moment you cross over into that VIP section, the moment the glass is placed down on the table, and before even the cards are fully shuffled, you'll find others who have casted their eyes in your entrance slowly mosey their way to sit down. Regulars of the bar, your usuals, and you just kind of fall back into place of a usual routine that you like to enjoy, especially with a little bit money in your pocket after your fancy soiree. And as the cards start getting dealt and the hands start getting placed down, or money getting placed down, eventually you'll hear the sound of the door open, the casting of afternoon light that stretches across the room and eventually closes when the door shuts. And then you hear the sound of footsteps moving in, the sound of 3 footsteps, leading that footstep. If you were to take just a glance up, you'll also see the others at your table kind of like one elbows the other to kind of look over to see. And you'll see, first and foremost, an errant knight standing in the Vice Room, but accompanying them seems to be 2 others.
I think Cecil immediately takes his chips and divvies them up pretty much equally in handfuls to everyone else playing until he's the poorest one at the table. He says, "Okay, game's over. Thanks, folks. Have a good day." And he flushes them out of the room.
We just got it started.
Well, I promise you just got paid out just fine for your glorious company. Now, please go be rich on my account. Fuck off. And
they grab their money and they're just they're murmuring because stuff and heading off to go get them drinks.
And he calls over to Rose, immediately flushing them all into the VIP section until it's really just the 4 of us closed off in the back of the Vice Room.
Cecil.
Well, I knew that my past would catch up to me, but I did not think they would all converge at the same time.
Well, Rose's gonna lean back and be like, how do you all know each other?
With more contempt than Rose thought they had seen before, Ashwyn looks at Cecil. Hello, Cecil.
Ashwyn, you're looking older every second I see you, my friend. You're looking healthy. I hope that you've been keeping those vocal cords real nice and oiled with how much speechifying you've been doing down at the Mystics party.
Sir Rose, perhaps we should go look for the other person you're looking for, and I'm looking around the room trying to find a more worthy member.
Damn. No, I think this is right.
Cloudburst, it is so good to see you. I hope that you've been keeping the shop handy. I do. I thought I'd show you something. And he does pull out that mermaid lighter, and he slides it across the table to them.
Oh, this is good. It's good. You said it was blue and purple.
Yeah. I wanted to make sure that they were colors you wouldn't often find in that shade of metal.
It's really good. You'd be surprised. It's actually really easy to get a blue patina going on copper, but the purple's a little tricky, so having it both together, this is beautiful. And they're just like lighting it, taking it out, lighting it, taking it out again.
Now, they said that you would have enough fuel for at least 2 decades, but I wouldn't believe them. This was off Caravan, and you know how they get about fuel intake. They'll sell you anything and tell you it'll last for a century. So I would at least stop up in 2 years.
Okay. Well, I'll see about maybe enchanting it with something. They hold it out to Ashwyn and see Ashwyn's expression. It's like, maybe another mystic for this one. Different task. But good to see you as always. And matching salts. Nice to see.
Oh, you can... Right. Yeah. It's coming on, isn't it?
It is. Time is unending, huh?
Yeah. So, shot in the dark. You got a proposition for me? 3 of you?
Well, I do. Sorry. If you don't mind, I'm just going to take business real quick. Also, if you guys are hungry or just want something to drink, and I'm looking at Ashwyn, because I'm also sensing, like, are you hungry? If you want, I'll even put
I got you.
So,
I'm going to make you a mojito. Follow me.
I'm not drinking. I fold my arms and just kind of stand next to Sir Rose.
Well, you want to smoke or something? I could get you a meal.
I'll take a cigarette, sure.
Okay. And he reaches in and he pulls out these hand-rolled, basically like herbal blends that he slides over in a metal case to Ashwyn. You smoke to your heart's content. Odera Originals.
I'll take it, and Cloudburst offers the lighter, but I whisper something under my breath, and my thumb lights on fire, and I go to smoke it, and then immediately start coughing vehemently at it, as if
I will
it's the
pat
first
you on the
time.
back.
Shallow breath.
Like almost magically, a glass of water just kind of, I pap and I have it. Just here you go.
I desperately glug it down.
That is all right, Ashwyn. In 20 years, it'll feel like sea breeze.
Sorry to hijack this conversation real quick, but reason I'm sorry to cut your poker game a little short.
That's okay.
I have a mission I have to complete, and I was given permission to form a cadre.
I'm there.
God, I was hoping you'd say that. Okay. And I didn't even have to. I'm actually like, so Rose is actually like even prepared to. It was prepared to even go even more to entice, and it was like, that makes it easy. That
Between coughs, Ashwyn kind of tugs on Sir Rose's shirt and says, Sir Rose, can I speak to you in private for a second? And just
let me make sure he's all right real quick.
Yeah, by all means. I'm in no rush to leave.
Yeah.
Sir Rose, I don't mean to step over your authority, but what good is a Taleweaver in our situation?
Normally none, in my opinion. However, with a name like Cecil Dare, believe it or not, he can get us into a lot of places with a lot less bloodshed.
I look at him with contempt, look back at her, and I'll trust your judgment, I guess.
Oh, don't worry. He ain't going to be doing the fighting or anything. But there's not going to be fighting if everything goes the way I'm hoping. But from what I've just learned, sometimes having someone just be the face can really do a lot of good.
I give up and return to the table with
Ashwyn?
Rose.
Are you going to be okay? Is this going to be it? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna let him go back. It's kind of like I will just kind of look between Cecil and Ashwyn, and it's like, shit, this is gonna be an extra. I'm gonna, at least like just to make sure like no one kills someone in the middle of the night. I ain't getting any sleep. I got a feeling, and then head back.
So, what's the situation?
Short, skinny of it is, I just gotta deliver a letter and bring it back. I do plan to be traveling also north, as I indicate to Ashwyn, but...
We're heading to Sonder first.
Yes.
South. Okay. What's in Sonder? Just this message?
In Sonder, what we're looking for, actually, do you know? I don't know where that actually came from. Was it in Aster Gyros?
You would know the name Aster Gaios, Cecil. Aster Gaios is also known as the Two Gallows, mainly because at one point in his history he faced the gallows twice. One as a traitor to the city of Myth, and another as a traitor to the cannibal saint. He has been given, when he turned tail during the age of war with the cannibal saint, he was offered penance before the Battle of the Violet Fields. He was then also was given lordship over the town of Sonder. He was told to do something. That has always been the speculation of rumor of what the crown asked of Aster. But you know Aster's tale well.
Oh, Sir Rose, you are hunting a dead man. That ain't no letter you're sending. You're about to go visit with the greatest double agent that Myth has ever seen.
Interesting. All right. And
now, who sold you this?
That's the fun part.
Your Majesty did it.
Okay, well, that complicates things. He has a reputation like none other. He is the only trusted backstabber in the world because he's done it so often. The only thing you can know of him is turning tail. And if we're to deliver a message, I have to imagine that it has something to do with, I don't know, I've heard some tale of him going incommunicado with most of Myth.
Well, then it's good and very fortunate that I just happen to know an even more talented Taleweaver.
Well, I can assist with the story. I can
That's what
speak
I'm
your
hoping.
praises. I can sing of all the beautiful people at this table here. And if there's something to be wrenched out of the traitor, then sure, we can have a conversation on him returning to the fold.
Listen, I figure if anyone is better at sussing out part of my French, and I looked at Ashwyn and I'm like, some bull hockey, if you will. That'd be you.
So, Sir Rose,
Yes.
if I may inquire, I'm running through some mental gymnastics at the point. You are one of the most celebrated soldiers in his royal army that has ever lived. You were highlighted at some of the most impactful sequences of combat that anyone could say they were a part of. And at the end of it, you became a trusted advisor to his royal court and the world at large. You haven't picked up a sword since then. But beside that, there is no dulling to the edge of your blade. As far as I've known you, and any time that we've gotten drunk enough for you to put hands to another, it's been scary enough for me to watch. So then, here is the conundrum. What in myth's name, under the great ghost of Malavan, does the queen have with making you a messenger? Now, Cecil Odera, I can see a messenger. If anything, I can show up, drink, and pass a letter. Why then are you sending this?
So, Rose, you don't have to answer that. It seems like the end scribe is using a lot of words to hide the fact that he's simply scared to go on this mission.
Scared? Ashwyn, of course I'm scared. Have you seen the times we're living in? My beloved, if you're not scared, you're not living.
He shrivels back at that response.
I was, my tenants. I was given a mission, and I will do everything in my power to make sure that mission succeeds. Now, if the queen so fits, sees, and sends a knight instead of what you just said, one of you, like yourself, just alone, that would be just me. But I'm also aware that there's probably things that she is not telling me of the danger. So, look, I just need someone to help me in my weak spots. And politics, as you know, is definitely one of my weak spots.
So, Rose, I would never think to not be by your side if you needed me. You and I have been through enough, and times being what it was. But you and I have been seeing with the court. I understand the need to carry out one's duty. But if you are to be unwavering and to, without question, allow me to be cowardly and with many, and maybe we'll meet in the middle.
Well, believe it or not, I like to think I have at least some judge of character. And everyone at this table, I picked for a reason. Whether it's trust in your power, and I'm going to look at you, Ashwyn, or some of the secrets, looking at you at Cloudburst. But every one of you, I can at least trust to not 100% stab me in the back. That if I am going to draw a gun, I know I got at least 3 other pistols right there.
Listen, I think there's more truth to this story than we're getting at this point, but...
I mean, we are in a tavern with a bunch of people. Yeah, I'm not going to probably unveil all my cards to anyone who can just... Remember, I'm not a total.
Well, as long as you're giving me the opportunity to see the tails, then I'm sold.
As long as you don't keep making stuff about my scars, I'm good. I've heard enough tales about them enough.
What's wrong with the scars?
She doesn't like that every so often I invent a new story for a new scar every time we get into a little conversation at the bar. I'd just like to embellish the great story that is Sir Rose, the scar.
Oh. Don't tell, because, he'll go into the names and some of them, You think?
So you told me there was violence on this trip, so it seems like you're collecting scars.
Let's just say this. You thought my name and my weapons was bad. Yes.
Wait till you see the real deal.
Honestly, do you get your affairs in order? The objective is to leave as soon as possible. And that's to everyone. If you need to grab anything else.
I have everything I need.
I'm fine.
Cecil reaches under the booth and pulls out a very large traveling duffel bag, and it looks like he's been preparing for at least a few weeks. Puts it on the table. Says, like I said, I'm in.
Well, how punctual of us.
I was
Seems
gonna
we're all
say.
ready to go.
I was about to say. Anyone
Now-
want last round before we go?
I think we should find a place probably a little bit more private to talk about the details of the situation, because we are leaving some things out. But perhaps the privacy of the road will suffice.
I was gonna say we could just get on the horse. As soon as we just get out of the area a little bit, we can go over any other details. But everything I've said about the mission has been very straightforward. And I mean, that's our objective is to deliver this letter, receive a response, and then come back.
Well, if your interpretation is straightforward, that means that the queens must be clouded.
And
that is not to speak ill of the crown whatsoever. I don't want you to hit me, Sir Rose. I only mean to inspire that maybe there are details deemed higher than our shared responsibility.
I mean, I'll say it. The queen is shady as fuck and continues to be. It's weird, right? It's weird. It's weird.
Okay, well, Cloudburst, we are not so quick to judge our royalty. Everyone is doing the best they can with the situation at hand.
Absolutely no, they.
I'm just gonna keep coughing. I'm like,
for the road.
I may, if we are in a private place, I may be able to discern the intentions of the letter.
Really?
That is not a priority at the moment. And with that, I'm just gonna get up just get up and start heading for the door.
I think as our cadre leader discerns that directive, that Cecil does share a look between Ashwyn to Cloud, then back, very silently passes a shrug, and then stands up.
Yeah, Ashwyn just rolls his eyes and gets up and follows.
Yeah.
Touch of suspicion, but we keep moving. But a cadre has been formed. Let's see what we make of the road after a brief little break. So we'll see you then.
come over here. I want to talk to you. A quick pause to talk about our Patreon. If you've ever thought, hey, I like these nerds, I wonder what it looks like behind the screen, you're going to want to join the fun at patreon.com/MaydayRP. Our Patreon is where you can support the show, get access to things like ad-free and extended episodes, watch exclusive one-on-one sessions, bloopers, GM diaries, illustration time-lapses by Zakiya, and the occasional thread in our private Discord about unhinged food crimes. It's nothing big budget or glamorous, just us hanging out with you, showing how we make the chaos that we love. And if that sounds like a good time, please help us keep doing it by joining us at patreon.com/MaydayRP, where at any level you can watch one-on-one sessions of each player introducing their characters for this campaign. You can also get exclusive access to Black Project Gaming's incredible God's Teeth campaign. If you're watching this ad, that's because you aren't a patron. You can be like the rest of the cool kids who don't even know what this ad looks like by joining our Patreon today at patreon.com/MaydayRP. That's all I got. Listen, if you don't want to see this shit, I will stop doing it if you just please join the Patreon. So keep that in mind. Eli, I give you permission. The game is yours again.
Once you guys collect up as a cadre of 4, you leave the vice room and head through the streets. Where you are heading is where all who leave the city must stop first before they exit the gates and make way through the barren wastes. Stables. What good hero is not without a companion, a steed to ride in? And myth is known, if not for their errants, if not for their mystics, they are known for the noble steeds in which all who call themselves heroes of myth ride on. And you guys make your way down there as you open up to the many stalls that house such noble steeds. Who would like to go first to describe their steed as you guys prep to mount them and make way to Sonder?
Oh. Not that far off. You will see, probably next to not that far from Socks, a mare, a adult female horse, smoky and black, just like with completely black, with just a little bit of smoky mane. But you will see some scarring, and it's like white scarring around the muzzle. And you will see on a little sign, you're gonna see Last Hope. But probably more importantly, uniquely compared to the other stalls where, you know, there's water, there's actually like a little fountain in near Last Hope of running water. And you'll probably, like, Rose is very affectionate and be like, oh, who's very like a princess, oh, it's my girl, like just kind of nuzzling her and getting her on.
I think that Cecil goes to the back of the stables to a private stall that he's paid for, where these very large, sweeping sheer curtains have been placed across the stable, as Viscount likes his privacy. And inside is a very elder, massively tall, uniquely so, Blood Bay stallion, who is beautiful, rich, coppery red, sleek across every surface, so luxurious in the care that's been taken for his mane, with a shock of black hair, and a saddle that has been embroidered with crisscrossing hyacinth flowers that match the one on the lapel of Cecil's vest. He prepares himself into a rider's uniform he keeps in the private stall, a pair of chaps, and riding shoes to go over his boots themselves, basically like gaiters, or basically strapped to his boots already with the spurs. And it's clear that Cecil has to use a stool to get to the saddle hitch, to then on top of the stallion, and duck his head under to get Viscount out. And Cecil's behavior towards Viscount is almost in reverence to him, as if the horse is more important than Cecil is. And he begins to mosey out, and the temperament of the horse itself is just so unbelievably chill, calm beyond all belief as he rides Viscount out.
Ashwyn steps into a stall, and immediately his horse is on edge, maybe even bucks a little bit at it, and he's immediately calming it down. It seems to be a very sensitive horse, chestnut brown, on the smaller side, probably appropriate for Ashwyn's size and age, but he spends an extra amount of time kind of brushing him, calming him down, and when his skin stops, twitching at every single touch, he knows that his horse Roach has calmed down enough, and he climbs onto Roach and softly whispers that they're about to take some travel, and he directs him out of the barn. I apologize, Zakiya, I had you muted when we came back and you started talking about your horse, so could you give your description one more time?
No problem. So they're a black and blood bay sort of combo. They have their feet are lighter than the rest of their body, and they have a black leather saddle and bridle with the words Saint of Knives stamped into them, aka socks. They are pretty, as far as build is considered, pretty average. Their stable is pretty unremarkable, mostly because Socks is very precious and they don't want anyone to find out where they keep them. So yeah, that's my boy.
Beautiful. You all saddle up on your horses, and you guys lead them out. You follow the pathway until you reach the gates that lead you all into the wide expanse of the barren waste. You head south, and you ride as fast as the pace you want to keep. But I think that's up to our errant on how fast we leave Myth in our wake.
I will get us off to not a full sprint, but a little bit of a trot, like a mid-trot to warm up last hope. I'm not trying to. This is a marathon, not a sprint.
Beautiful. It's at least 2 days ride to Sonder from here. So you start off slow. Keep a nice tempo, a nice cadence, with the sound of 4 horses riding south, a small dust patch behind you, and nothing more than the sun bearing down with a wide open sky, not a cloud in sight, which I can only imagine makes you feel a type of way, Cloudburst, as you guys move onward. You are delivering a message to one known as Astergaios, a quest given by the Queen. And as you guys continue to ride, do we keep silent? Do we just allow the road to take us south, or does any conversation stir?
Rose will Rose is gonna just keep it a little chill, quiet. You'll see, maybe she's kind of more at relax that I'm riding Last Horse. You'll probably see I'm actually kind of enjoying the ride.
For the rest of you, the longer you guys keep riding, moving on to Sonder, maybe one's mind drifts to settling into this cadre to handle what you see Rose up ahead just riding on. Something of note, Rose did mention that the Queen issued this order. No word from our king. No word from other members of court for this mission.
Ashwyn stops and makes sure to put the blinders on Roach so that they stay focused and not easily distracted, and kind of looks over to the violet fields just outside of the city, remembering the war and the battle that took place just a few years ago, and then sees the others are going, and he'll kind of pick up the pace. I think he'll come up to Cecil, kind of glance at him, and then kind of buck and go a little bit farther ahead.
You know, they say that violets only grow where blood is sowed. And when you look out to the violet fields, you see land full of violets, all stretch of purple that changes the discolored of golden sand and orange dunes, and all that heat wave that still kind of kicks up and almost makes it a mirage. You swear you could hear the sound of sword swings and guns of magic being popped off. One can only imagine what happened that day as you press your horse just a little bit further to stay away from Cecil.
Hell of a thing, huh? For a place to have a ghost like that. Always hear spirits, people passing on and coming back, but hell of a thing for a place to still have memory like that. You can feel it from even this far away.
I don't know about the rest of you. I know Sir Rose was there. I know I was.
Well, I was there. Not the whole time.
I was there for the worst of it.
And what did you do, Cecil?
I took the last instructions of the king. His will and testament. The book I wrote wasn't a lie. I was there when he died.
Book, Ashwyn. Yeah, you've heard of this book, Ashwyn. It's been a stressor amongst the court, the errants, and the mystics. Cecil told many things that casted ire towards what he calls truth given by your king.
It's sad that we have such a reminder outside the gates of the city of how bad things have gotten, yet it seems like nothing's changed.
Pretty enough distraction, right? Put enough shiny little things over it. It's just a nice field.
I'm not sure how nice it'll last.
Plenty has changed since that day. I think that was the start of it. Of a lot. Maybe we can't see it from the walls, but maybe that's why they put them up anyways. That day is it's a rift. That place is a hole. And he points out to the fields.
I agree with you there. That's what you mean by change. I meant more the kind of change that brings about the end of Violet Fields and the hope of the world.
And how would you see it if you had the paint and the canvas, Ashwyn? What would that world look like?
All I'm concerned with is that the world continues. If that paint is that it continues on, then that's all I wish for it. I'm not interested in ruling. I'm just interested in solving a damn problem that nobody seems interested in solving.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I may. We all heard it. We all saw it one way or another. This stupid fucking prophecy. People talk out of their ass all the time. And sometimes they're a little ambiguous on purpose. I think it's right to be aware, but I don't think the whole world is ending. Our entire world is designed on the whims of the Queen. Maybe her world is ending. Maybe it should.
You think maybe this prophecy means the end of civilization, not the end of everything?
It might mean a bad year for one person. I think we put too much stock in oracles in general, just because they fucking rhyme. It's one of them, and thousands of us.
Hey, there's magic in a rhyme. You know how much work goes together, how many years people have spoken before we ever found a rhyme to begin with? We had to envelop language before we ever thought that maybe our language might sound pretty next to it. It's the culmination of years of singular understanding come together. That's the kind of magic Ashwyn would tell you about the same. Words hold power.
Pardon my indiscretion, but I think you're both underestimating prophecy. There has never been a prophecy that has not come true.
Because everyone knew about it. Look, I'm not saying that they're all bullshit. I think maybe we make them true.
Well, then they're still true.
Then that's not magic. That's a fucking job.
Ashwyn seems perturbed at his cadre's lack of belief, and he adjusts his poncho, kind of lowering it down, hiding some of his body, and it moves more heavily than you would imagine a poncho. It almost looks like it moves almost like chainmail, where it drops heavily and the horse adjusts to it, and then he has to kind of shush Roach for him to calm down, and they continue.
They don't quite get it, huh, Ashwyn? You've ridden to war before. You've seen things impossible at battles that you have won. You have lost many along the way. Maybe they are underestimating this in the end. How do you convince them to not?
So, Rose, how long do you plan on us riding? Shall we take rest somewhere?
Yeah, I'm just, yeah, let me just make sure we get some running water. I want to find a creek or a brook or something like that real quick.
Well, I wouldn't mind a break anytime soon. I'd like to rest my boots. And Viscount, well, he can only mosey for so long before he starts to hate me.
All right, well, let's, probably like within a couple, within the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna find anything that has like a little running water and be like, I'm sorry, y'all. Like, look, last hope is it's just easier if I just find us a spot with a little bit of running water. Otherwise, she's just not gonna move. So, as soon as we find a little brook, I'll if you want, we can just set up.
You're still in the Crown Lands. You haven't gotten too far out of Myth's reach, which means that you still have opportunity to stop and get water from the King's River, the one that stretches all the way and wraps itself around Myth in a nice little convenient ribbon that cloaks it. Definitely a place where one can camp before it gets too dark, before you move too far into the waste.
Probably
and
a
then
good
you guys
spot
can
to
start
rest for that
nice
night.
in the morning.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There's a bend where the water slows down. It's just up this way. Let me show you.
Ah, beautiful.
And they take them a little bit more east, towards the eastern southern direction of the King's River.
Beautiful. I'm gonna just let once I see that last hope is kind of taken care of, that's my biggest problem, because this horse is stubborn and she don't get her water right. I'm like, whew. All right.
Excellent. Rose, you
Any cook?
give opportunity to allow Last Hope to drink water, and you can see them just like guzzle as much as they can. And as you do that, and the rest of your cadre starts to build camp, I think you can imagine there's just a couple of shifted eyes towards you. Not only are you in the position of leadership, aren't you hiding something?
I'm gonna brush Last Hope a little bit, and I do want to whisper in her ear. Hey, girl, just do me a favor. If anyone starts trying to, jump me in the night, just stomp them. Just stomp them like you normally do. Or just kind of playing with her, like.
Last Hope's ears kind of flick back. You can feel them shift their weight from side to side as they kind of crane their neck into you. Last Hope is a horse of war, has developed a bond through troubling times, and you have always known that if no one has your back, at least Last Hope does. And they give you that assurance when they kind of kick their head into you.
And I'm going to indicate towards across the river, because we're by the King's River, just on the other side. Like the valley, be like, hey, keep your eyes open for any, like, creepy things. Then just kind of walk away and set up my area closer to camp.
Ashwyn dismounts Roach and finds nice level ground, as Roach doesn't like unlevel ground. And he'll look to the north in the direction of Promise, far off place, and almost as if he's kind of lost in thought before eventually stopping and turning to the others and saying, well, I guess I'll start a fire going if we're going to rest here for a while.
Please do. Did I hear you say, does anyone know how to cook?
I mean, I can grill and roast some things pretty well, but I'm not the best.
I think you want to pass it over to Cloud. One of the best meals you've ever had in your life. If you're kind about it.
Cloud.
There's like it looks like a hard drive of spice rack.
I was
pulled out of a bag. Yeah, that's frightening what you just said. Don't worry about it.
Why'd you think I said it? You don't think I remember you growing up? Oh, I'm so happy you still have this.
Believe. Okay, and then I think they literally sit down as Ashwyn is starting the fire. They start taking things out. You see their ear like move, and they take out their gun and shoot in the void behind them. We're having Rabbit, if that's okay.
Yeah, fine by.
Yes, that's fine. And I immediately run over to Roach, who is now bucking and like acting very unhappy at the sound of this extremely loud explosion.
Sorry. Of course I have it.
Poor Roach.
I think Cecil is playing like homemaker and has this elaborate camp set up that probably doesn't make sense for the short amount of time that they're spending here. But he's in the process of setting out chairs and a bench he keeps on the back of Viscount just because of sheer size. He has these tents he's unfurling that looks like it would house at least half of us and more. And just starts decorating, essentially, weaving more of those curtains in from the tree to overhang their little sitting area by the fire.
Meanwhile, Rose just literally unrolls a bedroll, has a tarp, pinned up tarp. I do have a bivvy, like a little meshy thing, so like no bugs and insects will bite me. But it is...
I think Cecil like silently walks over to Sir Rose with this very like goose feathered silk pillow and hands it just squarely into their chests.
Oh.
I knew you'd forget, so.
Ooh, and I'm gonna like fluff it. Ooh, that's real goose feathers, isn't it?
Don't ask what I had to do to get that one. I'm not proud of it.
Well, I think.
Ashwyn has gathered a bunch of local bramble and broken bits of wood and put it into a pile. They kind of close their eyes and hold on to their poncho before releasing their hand towards the fire, and sure enough, there is a quick explosion, big enough for there to be now a raging fire. And he sits down next to it, and he's clearly very warm. Beads of sweat rolling down his face, but he does not remove his poncho.
Rose is gonna extend out a water skin, be like, "You little hot heat.
Oh,
Careful of heat stroke."
thank you. He'll take the skin and he'll kind of drink heavy from it and give it back and say thank you. It is hot, but
Okay.
I need to be on guard, and I need this to do that. And I gesture to my poncho.
Well, it seems like we already have a very good alarm system as I lean towards Roach and all that. So it looks like no one's going to be snaking up on us without at least someone. So, but if you do, like, keep that on. But if you do feel like you can relax, go for it. But
Rose, you would know that the mystics are not necessarily one to don armor in the way that you do, but they are powerful beings. They know how to turn stitches of thread into something stronger than belief. And you see the way that Ashwyn clings to his poncho, and there's this almost an incandescent sheen every now and again. If you look at it hard enough, you watch the sun shine just a little bit on it. That magic that is woven in every stitch. It's probably a good reason why he keeps it so close to his persons.
Ashwyn, can I ask you a question?
Of course.
What are you thinking when you do that, like to cause that kind of big whoop?
Well, I'm not thinking of too much, actually. There is a kind of clearing of the mind that happens. It's focusing on a word. The true word of, well, in this case, flame. Every mystic knows the true name of certain things, and I've learned the name of fire, and in opposite of water.
And everything has it's a name. From what I from my studies a little bit, but it's a little vague. Is that correct? Like everything has a name?
He smiles, a little uncomfortable, but kind of excited that an adult is kind of acknowledging his intelligence on the subject, and he sits up and says, yes, as far as I understand everything, the earth, the ground, the sky, every living thing, and even every dead thing has a name. I also know the name of truth. That's why I suggested back at the parlor that maybe I could discern the truth of the letter you hold.
Oh.
A lot of power in words.
It's a good skill to have.
Truth is important.
Rose is giving out the signal of touching her plate and armor. Doesn't probably mean to, but is doing that to touch like the letter that's under there. That is that's good to know. I was not directed to open the letter, so let's just hold on that for now. However, if something happens when we are when we meet Aster, keep that in mind. That may come in handy.
If it makes you feel any better, I don't have to open it.
That makes me feel better.
How convenient.
Surely the others agree with me that knowing more about the situation would benefit us.
That is this is thing. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna say this, and I'm sorry. I don't feel comfortable opening the letter right now. It is not my job nor place. However, I'm not ignorant to the fact that information ain't powerful. I would just say, just maybe not right now. Yeah, Rose is kind of just doing anything to change the conversation, even like placate. Not flat out lying as I'm not doing, but I'm basically trying to buy as much time in situation as possible. Like, Maybe not now.
Just as the tension starts to kind of build here, where you again see the many eyes of your cadre ask for clarity, and you just keep tapping your armor over and over again on the heart, just absent-mindedly, knowing where you've nestled truth at. And just when you're just praying for an exit, I'll oblige. You hear something rattle the water here. What looks to be a big fish just kind of skips and jumps out of the water, makes this big splash. It startles Roach as they begin to pull on their tether that's holding them down to where you've placed them, Ashwyn, and they're starting to buck and rear and shift everybody's attention to a startled horse.
Oh, Roach, it was just a fish, and I'll get up and run over to them.
I'm going to immediately draw my gun really quick because that would have startled me, and I would have cocked the hammer and had it pointing. And you would actually see the gun that would be like clear start to fill up with red. By the way, now it's a solid red gun. So it's like,
Hey, let's keep our composure there, Sir Rose. I know, but it's just a horse.
Well, that's dinner, pointing at the fish.
Do you want it to be?
Yeah, I mean, I could use some fish sticks.
I call over from Roach. If it's dinner, just don't make a lot of noise, please. Roach hates noise.
Oh, I can catch fish.
I mean, they jump it out the river, so you might as well. I mean,
is there anything that Roach likes?
Yes.
He likes pets.
That's good.
Brushings.
Good. Brushings. That's nice.
Apples.
You know, I got just the thing, and Cecil steps up and he runs over to Viscount's horse kit, basically, and he takes out this very large maple wood, heavily varnished, very expensive. It's probably too big to be used on Roach, but a massive brush. And he comes over to you, Ashwyn, he hands it over, and he says, you know, this is the second in the set. Viscount had his first when he was just a babe, but he's getting a little older. If you wanted to take the second, he won't let me brush him anymore. Anyways,
he, acting as if he's trying to be polite. It's like, oh no, you don't have to do that, Cecil. It's fine. I can use my own.
Hey, I won't direct you any way you don't want to be, but it's a good brush.
Thank you. I'll pull my hand out and take it from him.
He hands it into his palm. Listen, you don't have to use it if you don't want to, but it's yours.
You're very kind. Thank you.
Well, things being the way they are, we gotta be.
I agree. And I'll start brushing the horse, and it's very clear that Roach likes it because it reaches more than just the little one that I have.
Yeah,
You liked
Viscount was a right pain when I first had him. He thinks he's better than me, and he is, but I don't want him to know that. And for the longest, he would buck at just about any opportunity to prove to me that I was not in control. So I understand what it's like to be a little bit of a spectacle because of the company you keep.
Roach is a little new to me. Do you have any secrets as to how to calm a horse?
Oh, the secret is just like people. It's the time spent. Unfortunately, it's no clear, easy answer, like a lot of people expect. Love her. Stay with her. Talk to her the way you talk to anybody. Maybe not the way you talk to me, but talk to them the way you talk to anybody. Inch by inch, they start hearing you. You find their true word.
I'm sorry, Cecil, if I've been rude to you. As you may have heard, I have not made friends with the Council of Mystics and with the Royal Council, and I'm afraid I've run out of friends in Myth.
I understand, Ashwyn. Listen, patient decision making sometimes can look like indecision, and that goes on long enough and you start to believe nobody's moving at all. The world is a big place and we're all just small.
Certainly feels that way, yes. But I hope to change that.
Yeah, well, change what we can.
Dinner's ready.
Whoa.
There's it is a opened, probably trout, seasoned with lemons and oranges stuffed inside, and some rabbit and some like miner's lettuce, sort of sitting on a bed underneath. I assume there's no, dietary restrictions.
It's protein. It looks delicious.
That's way better than what I'm eating.
Oh, it smells so good.
This saddens me, but I'm so glad.
Cecil sets out a dinnerware set that is immaculate in like pure silver, and the plates themselves are emblazoned with a perfect landscape of Visage, the walled city, and it looks to be hand painted onto the silverware set. He says, "Just be very careful, but go on. It might make the meal look even better." He sets it out.
A man of taste. Thank you.
Is it? So sorry, Cloudburst. You said you packed some of them. That cream. Can I have some of that really fast?
You have to be more specific.
That cream for my hand.
Yeah, and they go and actually help me find it in the tent really quick.
All right.
Yeah, I just want to make sure it's the right one.
Mm-hmm. I will.
And
follow.
once they're in one of the many elaborate parts of Cecil's tent, one of the rooms, they go, "Okay, so we did it. We're out here. We're camping. We're on this quest to pass a note for the queen.
Yeah.
You mind telling me what the fuck is actually going on?
I would.
Because we can play house if we want, but
Okay. And then I'm gonna lift up. Rose's gonna lift up her hand, and you're gonna see all these like thorn puncture marks as it is like starting to bleed. I'm like, I hear you. Can we address this first, though?
yes, they start. Okay,
Thank
okay,
you.
great. What
Okay.
the fuck is going on? And what happened to your hand? What's happening?
You will see me take out Clarity, the 12th of my gun, and I'm gonna kind of basically I'm gonna that, and the one thing I want you to see and basically smell is the amount of blood, that copper smell of that just dripping. I'm like,
Guns are rare here in myth. They channel magic. But that magic comes in the equivalent exchange. You must give something in order to invoke power. Some might find it in ash or in bone. Others find it in blood.
that
Is
is
this
the
your idea or the powderers?
Nah, this is the this is the price when you use Clarity. And she came across me, and this is my.
Sir Rose. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a noble
Makes
choice, but a stupid one because
Oh.
you only have so much blood in your one body. Why
Yeah.
not use other people's blood? Other things.
Because that's not how the gun works. The second you cock back that hammer, and I'm gonna do it off to the side, and then you're gonna see on the handle, like the thorns of a rose, jagged thorns just pop up everywhere, and you can even see like little holes where you could see where it would drain into it. I won this from Southpaw, Strong Paw. There's no
I
way.
see.
This is mine.
No, I know how
Okay.
competitive you are. Okay,
Mhm.
well, this is dangerous, and I would prefer
why
you
I don't-
didn't.
That's why I try not to use it as much as possible.
Okay.
And my sword is that's why I like to use my sword first. But I won't lie that with Roach, I thought there was something that needed execution immediately. So
Yeah. Still a little shaky.
well, it's getting a little bit better because it's starting to get number. So
Not. Okay. I'll say it as clear as I can. I don't necessarily like you, but
no
I
kidding.
consider you a name I know that I'd like to keep saying, not in the past tense. So, tell me these things before they happen. Thank you for bringing me along so I can make sure you don't have to use that, whoever gave you that. And maybe I'll see if I can find you something better.
Listen, I respect you, especially your family. You know that. I appreciate that, and I know it's 3 years and then some too late, but I am sorry for how things happened.
We don't have to.
Nope. Yeah, I don't think we should either. Ow. Sorry, a little pressure.
We don't have to talk about that.
I
That's
got.
okay.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
I
fair.
appreciate it. Hard,
Yeah.
like clap on the shoulder, but it is
Yeah.
very strong.
Yeah, and I feel the pressure on my hand too. Thank you.
Yeah. We don't have to talk about that.
No, we don't.
Let's again, I know you danced around the questions, so we'll get to why
Thank
we're
you.
really out here later.
You know I'm not
Make
gonna
this
let
fun
you.
for me.
If you just so happen to see something shining, or if you just so happen to find something. Remember, like the last time, like you found those weapons?
Ah, yes, I found those weapons.
Mm-hmm.
I found them. No, I told you I found them. I found them.
Yes, you did. So if you just so happen to find something, well, what is it? We're not going to be a myth. Finders keepers.
I think so. I also feel kind of bad for Ashwyn. I might just like fix them up something too.
I
I'm
was
just so
gonna
small and angry. I need to like just want to help him.
Listen. With Ashwyn, I'm just gonna tell you now. Just be careful with him.
Yeah.
It's not so much his temper. He is a very powerful guy. But the thing is, he's a little doesn't know how to use that usually the best ways. So just
I
be
remember how it
mindful.
goes.
Okay, what am I talking about? It's you.
I was gonna say I was your Ashwyn. Anyway.
Of course, you are my Cloudburst. Because you love to bust my dreamy clouds.
Well, enjoy your night, Sir Rose.
Oh,
Keep the fucking ointment if you're gonna
I
carry around a
thank
fucking
you.
mace gun. Good night, and don't kill us all, please.
First of all, I would not. There you go. Just walk away.
First of all,
Okay.
Cecil, don't you know any really good tales while we eat this great food? I'm just gonna.
Sure. Yeah. What kind of genre do we want? What are we feeling tonight? What's in the air? Do you want something that rhymes?
Is there a story that happened before the war?
Oh, before the war. Sure, there's
Yes.
plenty.
Especially like one, like, do you have like a good, like, lovey-dovey? I like some of that. I like to hear some of that, like, good, like, I am a
Yeah.
little romantic. I like a little.
tell them about the cousin. You remember that one?
A cousin. And
Was it
I
a
think that
brother?
almost immediately, as that voice pervades in Cecil's head, he mumbles those words to himself. Brother, I don't remember, brother. God, give me a second. I'll just say, I saw the king who died alone. I saw the bloom where no root grows. I know the name no one knows.
Cecil?
Huh? You said before the war, yeah?
I'm sorry, were you just reciting the prophecy?
Excuse me? No, I was gonna tell you one about the cousin. I just had to tell it at a stupid party I was at. Just to hear about Carcass for even half a second. It's real easy, and it is before the war. It starts with something. Crown of ash, throne of grief. No,
Voice shall rise in halls of speech.
Yeah, I'm losing something, aren't I? Excuse me.
You should pay attention, Cecil. The story started with a sunrise. Remember? The sunrise.
Sunrise.
The cousin.
The cousin.
Yeah, cousin.
You know what? I'll tell you one entirely different. You see my gun, and he flips from his holster and spins it into his hand. This beautiful pearl-handled revolver. And it's clear that from the erratic nature of himself, he's clearly trying to distract from whatever is happening here. Y'all ever heard the Ballad of Cabot's Maid?
You shake your heads, and Cecil begins to tell you about this tale, waving hands around fire as that smoke trails off into the distance. The sun has well set beyond this and leaves you under a scattering of 1,000,000 stars. The wind begins to pick up and rustle the reeds along the King's River here, and the world gets a little bit softer and a little bit more quieter. Just the tales of a Taleweaver to light our fire, to keep us warm as the night goes on, and you know that on the dawn will come the ride further on to Sonder. The only one thing I have to ask as we fall into our night, as we fall asleep, who's keeping watch?
I'll take first watch. If that. Oh,
No, go ahead. I
you
got second.
cooked. I mean, you cooked. You can have a little relaxation.
I will.
I'll take last watch.
And when you all depart to find rest, leaving but an errant night to tend to the dying fire here, that last residual smoke just kind of hitting your nostrils, just the sounds of snoring or tossing and turning from members of your cadre, the occasional snort from the many steeds that are near their companions. And just as you think everything is just going to play out exactly in the way you intended it to be, Rose, you will rise on the dawn and you will ride to Sonder. It is the sound that always breaks our story, the one that draws our attention, the one that interrupts all the things that we plan for. A branch snaps, and there's something on the outskirts of your camp, and you turn your head in that direction. I imagine armed.
All right.
Something in the shadows. We'll find out what that is when we come back to return to our story next.
Okay, listen here.
Okay.
If you
Alrighty.
did something to my horse, I'm just gonna warn you now. So Rose is going to go full John Wick.
Have
I'd
no
happily
fear.
play that game.
There is always an opportunity for that, and we'll see that next week. Thank you guys all
This is
for
awesome.
tuning in. We have more inevitable tales to tell you every other Saturday starting from here. But until then, we'll see you on the next one.
Bye, guys.
Bye, gang.